Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So, for me filming this, it's Christmas Eve. For you watching this, it's Christmas Eve. So, do you know what that means? Happy Christmas Eve, guys. It's currently the 24th of January, 24th of January, guys. I've lost my plot. Um, No, it's currently 24th of December, which means it's Christmas Eve, which means I have filmed for 24 days. 24 days? 23 days. 23. See, I can't even count. I wanted to talk to you about this past year. A lot has happened, and a lot I can be thankful for, and a lot I'm a bit like. So, before I get on, I just want to point out a fact. Yesterday's video was 11 minutes long and 11 seconds, so it was 11:11. I don't think I can ever get that again if I tried. So I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, comment on it, like it. But if you haven't seen it, the link will be down in the description below and at the end of this as well. I mean, that's not creepy. So there's this Santa, if you can see it. Oh, you can sort of make it out. The thing with the white beard. That has always been facing the door. And suddenly, it's now facing me. So, it's either moved or someone's moved it. I'm not gonna be like, oh my god, that's too scary. It's moved. Oh, got a message. Oh. Someone's just liked my Snapchat. The link will be in the description below, by the way. But you know when you look at it and you're like, oh, yeah, does. I knew exactly who it was. It's because I don't. Oh, so funny. I'm so losing my mind. What was I going to say? Yeah. So this year, it's been a roller coaster for everyone, to say the least. So I'll take you over it spread, and I'll give you like a yearly update and stuff that I was meant to do and stuff that I have done. So where to start? As you guys know, I'm a performer and photographer and producer. Basically, I'm multi-talented. I'm like the definition of triple threat. Like, we have this term within theatre. If you're not from a theatre background, we have a term called triple threat, which means you can act, sing, and dance, which I'm a triple threat. But I'm also a photographer, producer, and performer. So, like, I'm a triple threat between performing, but I can also produce and write my own shows and stuff, and then do photography, which my photography account will be down below. Please go like it, subscribe. No, you don't subscribe to a photography account. Please go follow my Instagram account. I'm trying to get my name out there a bit more and trying to make best of a worst situation. So, as going back to me being a performer, I obviously finished college this year after completing 3 fabulous experience years. It was really not strange, but obviously the first year I done media, the second year and third year I done performing arts. This last year, or the beginning of this last academic year, I'll put it that way, is our final big year where everything we've worked on for the past 2 years pays off. And you go and do your big grad show, you do your panto, everything. You do 2 major shows as your year. However, this year, I knew it would be a bit different. So, coming to the end of last year, obviously I was in Lapland, so I was like, I've come to the realisation that I weren't going to do panto, but our panto got taken from us by our course. I started then going on to my UCAS. Big scary thing, considering I've never liked education and schooling. And in secondary, I was almost like, oh, I can't wait to leave. Went to college, I'm like, I want to be like, I feel like there's a big difference between school and college. In school, you're forced to do everything. In college, you go and specialise in your one subject, what you want to do, and then you can go on further. I think that helped me out massively because obviously I was doing something I really wanted to do. So, yeah. So this year was our big grad show, as well as doing UCAS and that. I found out that I was going to be the lead in our grad show. First time being the lead, I was absolutely over the moon. Like I've never been a lead in anything before, but considering this play was meant to be the whole revolve around me, and the whole play was based on my life story, like my characters, and I was the lead, I was like, oh my god, yes. Like, first time. And then our teacher turned around and was like, made a joke, was like, yeah, for any reason we can't do it, we'll find a way around it. Like, if the school roof collapses and all that, like, making a laugh and a joke about it. And then COVID hit, good old COVID. So that obviously stopped. We went for 2 weeks online before Easter. We went 2 weeks online. We started our first day of online teaching the same day as Boris announced that as of the month, like Friday, schools weren't going to open again until further notice. We all thought, oh, it'll be fine. We'll be back open for April. After April came around, nothing happened. We were like, okay, went online. End of April came, we're like, there's a chance we're not going back. May came and we're like, yeah, there's a good chance we're not going back. Like, we can't put on a show. We then had to start talking about other ways to get our degree. So that's just one thing what happened. Second thing what happened, I had an audition for Disneyland Paris, but Disney. My second, I'm just going to put my phone on silent because it keeps going off. I say not second. I've had more, like, one of my like big auditions got cancelled. This was just in the early days of COVID when it was more like, oh, you could still go. So I had the day off because I got signed out because I had an audition. So I went up to London and met Emily, who I went to Lapland with, and we went up to London in the basis of, we are going to check to see if this audition's on, because one website was saying it was still on, one website was saying it wasn't on. So we went up and checked, but obviously it wasn't going on. So we went for breakfast instead, as you do, because we was like, we've travelled all this way to go for an audition when it's cancelled. Like, we'll go and make the best out of both bad situations. We went and got breakfast together, and she went off, I came home, went back to college, blah, 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 blah. When I got back to the train station before college, and then I'd have to get a bus, I got back and this phone rang, and I was like, oh, I don't know who this is, and I never answer phone calls, so I don't know. I ran into the supermarket because I needed to go to the toilet, and I had 10 minutes. I had 10 minutes left before my next bus, so I was like, I'm going to quickly run in, days before queuing, you could just run in, went to the toilet, came out, listened to the voicemail. I had an audition to work with TUI, the fabulous company TUI, out in Greece or Cyprus, being a family entertainer in one of their hotels. Perfect. Like, I'd go from like June, July time to October, have work out there, all inclusive hotel, everything paid for. You'd work once a week for 2 hours during the day, and then you'd work from 7 to either 11, 12 at evening. So you'd always have your mornings off. You'd always have the afternoon off, apart from one day, and you'd get one full day off. Perfect. And then I'd come back, go do Lapland, come back, go do a ski season. So like most of this year would have been seasons. So I've got a voice call going, oh, nah, it's been cancelled. I'm like, oh, okay, like I understand, like obviously I'd have to travel up to Milton Keynes. So I'm like, I understand. And I'm like, okay, like thank you for being patient and like sorry for inconvenience. Cool. So I was like, no, it's absolutely fine. Like I know it's your best interest at heart and like stuff. Like it needed to be done. Like this is a new situation the country's never been in before. So yeah. And then about what Friday, I got an email going, hey, there's a chance that we could reopen up. I'm just going to move my legs a bit. I'm not. There's a chance. That's better. There's a chance that we could reopen up, and I'm like, great, okay. We want to interview you. I was like, perfect. So they rang me, and I thought it was a video call, but it was a phone call, and I had to talk a bit about myself and sell myself. I spoke about going to Lapland, and then I had to sing a song. So I sang Waving Through a Window by Dear Evan Hansen. Perfect. She was like, thank you so much. She was like, can you send me your details? I was like, yeah, perfect. Sent them all my details. She was like, great. She was like, you're here within the next 14 days. I was like, okay. She gets an email through about a week and a half later going, hey, thank you for attending your interview. You were absolutely like the perfect candidate for us. This is a shorter version. Like the perfect candidate, like with the current situation, we can't offer you a contract. However, we're going to put you in the talent pool. So if seasons and hotels start reopening up, we can just pick you up and drop you, like pick you up and drop you in the hotel. Like I was like, perfect, thank you. She was like, obviously we can't guarantee you a job, but you're there and you're in the reserve in case it opens. And I was like, perfect, thank you so much. Like really happy. I knew that weren't going to really happen. So, and then I had obviously been applying for unis. I had an interview. So I had my audition, which is on my YouTube channel. If you probably scroll back a bit, which I was a bit unsuccessful in. However, I had an interview for the course I'm doing now, and I rung up and. I spoke to her, had a face to face, and she's now my course leader, and she's just incredible. We was talking, and like I felt like really like easy, and we was just like having a laugh, and she was like, "Tell me a bit about yourself," and I was like, "Oh, this, and this." So it was like really calming and reassuring. She was like, I'm going to offer you an unconditional. For you who don't understand, is a conditional is you're in, but you have to get a grade. Unconditional is you're in no matter what. She says, I'm going to offer you an unconditional. I can't offer you an unconditional, so it's going to go down as a conditional with a MMM, which is merit, or an equivalent to like a merit. I went to my mum, what happens if I don't get that? She's like, obviously it'll be different. Like, would accept you. Results day came, like stressful time anyway, like not after doing like got exams. And looked at my results, I got a pass. I was like, I'm not getting, I haven't got into uni. So then a week later was when the UCAS deadline went out, and me and my incredible friend Gemma went out for drinks. Obviously, this was the 26th of August, so things were open, but obviously it was just after lockdown. And I got into uni and I was over the moon and we were so happy. Um, and obviously I started uni, met some incredible friends. I don't want to start naming people because I know I'll forget someone. It's like giving an Oscar. It's like getting an Oscar. Like, thank you to like my mum, my dad, and like everyone, but you'll forget someone. So I'm not going to name all the incredible people that I met because I will forget someone. So I'm going to generalise them in case people watch them. Like my flatmates, my course mates, my teachers, the security team, the cleaners. Oh my god, everyone that I've met, just everyone in uni in general that I've met. So that was that. Another positive this year is I've made some incredible friends. For those of you who don't know, I got a job over in a supermarket over lockdown. So I met some incredible people there and everything like was good. Made some incredible friends, saved some money for uni. So yeah. Another downside was we got an email saying that weren't going to happen this year, but we kind of expected that. So I think what I'm saying out of this is out of every bad situation there is a light, and the light at the end of the tunnel, I know it keeps getting further and further away, and the more you head towards it, the more it gets pushed back. But we are going to get through this. Not sure when, not sure how, but there's people higher up in the government, all the scientists are working on making sure we're all safe and doing the best that we can. And I'm quite a firm believer of everything happens for a reason. And this isn't me saying that the current situation happened and it's good that things have happened. But I'm like, for me, even though it's such a bad situation, I'm kind of lucky that my seasons abroad didn't happen because if if my seasons abroad happened and this situation happened and I was stuck abroad, I wouldn't be with family. Like I'd be stranded in a different country, which some people are like, oh, well, being in Cyprus or Greece would be really good. But I wouldn't have got into uni, I wouldn't have met my amazing friends, I wouldn't have met people from Tesco's. Um, there's lots of things I wouldn't have done. So it just goes to show how something big can alter your timeline. Like, I'm meant to be out in Lapland right now, having the best time of my life. And the say is, it's Christmas Eve for you, Christmas Day for me, and obviously everything happened, and the way how this year's planned out, I'm kind of happy for. So I'm going to end this clip here. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, give it a big thumbs up. I hope you had a wonderful Christmas Eve and are having a wonderful Christmas Eve as it is. I will see you tomorrow, which for me is my Christmas Eve. For you is Christmas Day. So stay safe, have fun, and I'll see you tomorrow for my last Vlogmas. So good night.